awesome to be here. Thank you for your presence too. So my name is Amin, and I'm a senior security researcher with Kaspersky Lab, also board member at Securing Smart Cities, a non-profit international organization working towards enhancing the information security issues around smart cities. It's really interesting to be here today. I haven't heard a lot about information security yet, but I'm here to tell you a little bit about the things that we see are also important. As we move to a world with all digital-based technologies and all digital-based products and services, and we rely on them to do our daily things, living, driving, cars, hospitals, we just mentioned schools, government services. Everything is stored somewhere in a digital manner. And if we are going to rely on them to run our business and depend on them, then we have to also be careful about issues of information security. So we start by a small number, like some numbers. We see that the increase in the number of attacks is really large, and that is, of course, due to the fact that we rely increasingly on digital services and digital technologies, right? And they are even more important for us. Even here in the region, things are a bit more critical, a bit different. We live in a region which is moving very fast, changing very fast, highly competitive, wealthy too. Add to that a large geopolitical influence, right? And we all are to suffer from that, whether we like it or not, and we definitely need to adapt, and we are definitely facing more challenges than other regions around the world. But that is, again, a better thing towards our maturity and for us becoming ready and smart before anyone else, which is good for everyone. So we see the attacks categorized in multiple types or multiple levels. We see, of course, the mass level of attacks, which we receive all the day, spam, etc. Some banking attacks, Facebook accounts, simple stuff. We see the targeted level of attacks, upper, which is more towards stealing intellectual property of your organization, or maybe robbing your bank accounts. And they are happening a lot, especially here in the UAE. And by a lot, I mean like really a lot. And the issue is that you probably don't know about the incidents. And when they happen, people are afraid on their reputation, on their clients, so they try to hide it. They try to hide what is happening. So basically, it's a single case that gets repeated again and again and again and again, and no one really learns anything from it. So this is actually what things look like. We all look like our organizations, we try to make them look as good as possible. But we really need to be careful about information security issues. They can actually destroy our businesses. And it's not only about the business, it's also about being legally liable in front of the government, in front of our clients, and our reputation, our services. It all could be stolen from us. And to explain a little bit more, I'm showing here a small example of a research that we've done last year. So this is from August. This was published on in August 2016. And we've since published many things related to attacks in the region. I'm pretty sure that most of you don't know about, but because it's more on the research side of information security. But again, these are relevant to attacks happening on organizations in the region. You probably have heard about Shamoon, right? Anyone heard about Shamoon? Shamoon attacks? Wiping malware? One? Oh. So Shamoon attacks, they are wiping techniques or wiping malware that gets implemented inside organizations, and then it wipes everything, deletes everything. And they, in the last 3 months, they have wiped around 20,000 devices in the region belonging to 25 plus organizations. And that's definitely something to know about. You can probably find a lot about that in the news. Again, back to our example, since we have a short time. This is a fake email sent by attackers to organizations in UAE and the region. And this was used to infiltrate the organizations. The attachment actually does not have a payment advice copy. It actually has malware inside, and whenever the user opens the attachment and double-clicks on the content or the file inside, they will get infected. Attackers would then take control over their system, spy on their browsers, steal their passwords, collect their bank information, etc., etc. They can also activate the cameras, the microphones. They would do things in 2 ways. They would either rob the bank accounts or actually steal design and intellectual property of the organization and sell it on the underground, or what is called the black market. So, what were the organizations targeted? Industrial, engineering, shipping, pharmaceutical, manufacturing, mostly SMEs. And that's why I'm showing this example here today. This is very relevant to SMEs. Example, attacked victims, CEO, COO, GM, deputy general manager, finance manager, export manager, etc., etc. Victims distribution, there were 19 victim organizations inside UAE. And that's also part of why I'm showing this today. Mostly SMEs. SMEs are, in many cases, less aware of information security. They think that they're small, they're more on the low-profile side of things, and believe that they have nothing really interesting for attackers, right? But that's not how things work, really. We need better awareness of information security issues, not only assigning 2 people, IT and IT information security, like a small team which could do the job, etc. No, we actually need a better culture within the employees' space, because they are the ones triple-clicking everywhere. And that's our weakness. That's the weakness in our chain. So, part of our investigation, we will actually able to get access to the stolen data in cooperation with law enforcement agencies. And this is an example. Again, I'm showing this to let you know how things do work, or how things actually happen. This is the list of accounts stolen from one of the users inside UAE. He is COO at an organization, an industrial/manufacturing organization, and all of his accounts were robbed. I have replaced the identifying information, so it's safe to show this, to let you know. And it's easy. And it happens within seconds. Something gets installed, it activates, starts collecting things automatically, and send them to the attackers. It's important to be aware, not paranoid. Paranoia is more of a short-term thing. Information security needs to be embedded and implemented in everything that we do, even in our homes and through our cooperation with our family and our children. We need to enhance our awareness and our culture of the information security issues. What to do when something happens, where to click, where not to click, how to know that something is really deceptive or fake and trying to get us. We haven't even started speaking about ransomware yet, and we won't because we don't have a lot of time. But I'll be sharing a little bit of tips on what you could do to enhance your security status. And this is not product perspective. This is not product specific. These are things any organization should do. Identifying the source of the threats. Is it email? Do you have a website? Do you have a database? Where are the things that could go wrong? Analyzing the threats. And then your employees could do that, or you probably could need some help from some specialists. But again, identifying the sources of the threat and identifying the risk and the damage that could happen. If you don't know about that, then you have some work to do. Reporting the threats and controlling the threats. When we know we have issues, and I am sure anyone and everyone has issues, we can action them. We can then move into solving these issues or trying to limit them or mitigate them. Essential measures that are more technology related include application whitelisting, which is allowing specific applications. I don't need to allow everything inside my organization. You can only allow specific files and executables to run and stop everything else. It's not as difficult as one might think. And once it's done, it's really, really helping organizations secure themselves. Patch management, updates on all of the devices. A lot of people still tell me, like, do I really need to update? The updates are there for a reason. They don't only offer you features, new features, but they offer you, in many cases, fixes to security problems that could help an attacker take full control over your devices. Disable macros inside Microsoft Office or unwanted macros. And this is also being intensively used, especially here in the region, to attack the users. Application hardening, that's specific to the extensions inside your browsers. We all love browsing, and we all use browsers, and we probably have a bunch of them. But again, we need to be aware of what gets installed inside of them. That's also another thing. And that could be listed under application whitelisting. Restrict admin privileges. That is something also that we see it is very important, controlling who has access to everything. Because in many organizations, a single person has what we call domain admin. And if his account got stolen or robbed, or he was even physically pushed to share his password, then the whole organization is gone. Daily backups. Also, that is very important to take regular backups of your services and data. And make sure backups work. Make sure you can recover services from these backups. That's also something that we've seen happening. Multi-factor authentication is one of the issues that we see are very relevant and sure would help into better securing the organizations and securing access to the online users. Multi-factor authentication is a matter of having something other than your password, SMS or code that gets generated on my mobile app, etc., etc. We hope we've been able to help out, clear things a little bit, make you aware more of the information security issues that threaten not only our organizations, but also our society and our homes. And thank you for listening.